Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this show, this PowerPoint video. Today I am going to talk about some rules of life. Again, it's not my creation. This what I understood throughout my readings, whatever books I have read, whatever training programs I have attended, whatever training programs I have conducted, and whatever life experience I have came across. This is not the full list. There are a lot of lot of rules we follow in the life. These rules, I'm going to talk about only 12, which will help any individual to be an effective person and to succeed in the life. And this is an abstract I have taken from different readings. Let's look at it. Most important rule is law of attraction. A simple rule which says like attracts like. What does that mean? It's very simple. Whatever you do in life, whether it is good or bad, it will reflect back to you. We say that, okay, if we dig a pit for someone, we will fall into it. This was initially the first when I was reading Law of Success by Napoleon Hill, which is first published in 1938. The first chapter talks about mind chemistry, and where it says every thought of human mind has a wavelength, and when we put this thought into the atmosphere, it floats on certain wavelength, and the other thought which has the same wavelength, they gets together. That means a positive thought will always meet positive thought, a negative will meet negative. The same is further taken by Rhonda Byrne in the book called Success, which says the first chapter is law of attraction. So when we release positive thought, this positive thought will attract another positive thought, and only positive will happen to us. I have a very good experience. I don't know, I have no logic for this. There is no scientific base, no scientific logic. But I can tell you, way back in 2009, in our final inspection, we used to calculate the inspection failure percentage. And it used to be like 60%. The things were totally out of control. Just taking the hint from this book, I thought, okay, fail is a negative word. Let's, instead of failure percentage, why don't we take inspection pass rate? That is inspection pass percentage. The things started rolling back. The ideas came into mind, how to control the things, how to control the processes into the manufacturing. And at one point, we reached inspection pass rate to 99.8. So it likes how we look at the things. We talk about problem, or we call the problem as challenges, or we call the problem as opportunities. We have to only keep in mind like attracts like. Whatever you do in life, good or bad, everything reflects back to you. Rule number 2, encourage yourselves. We must encourage ourselves. No matter whatsoever happen in your life, self-encouragement is a ladder to success. You can see here some pictures of frog. There is a very famous story about the two frogs. And this story is being told in maximum NLP training. What is NLP training? Neuro linguistic programming training. What is the story? A group of frog was traveling through the woods, and there was a pit full with mud. Unfortunately, two frogs fall down. When they fell down, the other frogs, they started shouting that don't try to come up because this is such a sticky mud, you won't be able to come. These two frogs, they still tried. They tried hard. They gave their best. They could not come out. They fell down. And from the top, rest of the frogs kept shouting, "You're dead. You're going to die. Don't come up. Don't come up." Eventually, one frog given up. The other frog still started trying harder and harder. And finally, he jumped so hard, he came out of the pit. The analysis showed this frog was deaf. He could not hear. He only could see the other frogs are shouting from the outside the pit, and he saw they are encouraging him to come out and jump harder and harder. So he, because he was deaf, he got self encouragement. So that's what, like, when there is a issue, when you can see the target, when you have your own target, when you have your own goals in life, don't look at what word is telling you. You have to encourage yourself no matter whatsoever happens in your life. Self encouragement is a ladder for success. The rule number 3, sky is not the limit. The mind is the limit. We always say, come on, sky is the limit. We can get to it. We can achieve the target. Always the sky is the limit. Actually, sky is never the limit. Limit is always set in our mind. And when we try to convince ourselves that we can achieve, we can go further, we can go further, we can go further, basically we are opening up the limit of our mind. There is no limit in the sky. That's the rule number 3. The mind block is the biggest block or biggest hurdle in our success. The rule number 4, don't seek your luck. Your luck will seek you if you deserve for it. 3 idiots. What it says? It's the same. It says that don't run behind the success. Be capable. The success will come behind you. So it's very important for us that we have to build our capability. We have to deserve for our luck. Luck will not come to us. There are a lot of opportunities available, but if we are not prepared to grab these opportunities, we call it bad luck. Then why should we come to that bad luck? Let's be prepared. We have to deserve it. Let's develop that capability. Rule number 4. Rule number 5, simple. Eat that frog. Wow, what is eat that frog? Do the things now instead of later. Getting the habit of doing the things now. If suppose somebody asks you to do the worst thing, what could be the worst thing one would like to do? It's eating live frog. That's the worst thing. Yeah. So, if you have a lot of things to do in a day, and we know something we don't like to do, we keep it aside and we try to do other things. But the one which we keep aside, which will always keep dogging us throughout the day, and which will actually reduce the efficiency for doing the rest of the things. So the concept of eat that frog is just do the worst thing first, the big thing which you don't like to do. You complete it. Once you complete it, your mind is free. You can concentrate on the rest of the things and you can do it with a more efficiently. Do not procrastinate. You have to learn how to get done more things in less time. So always do the things now instead of later. Rule 6, the way we see the problem is the problem. Stephen Covey, in his book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he says, Actually, there is nothing called a problem. It's our paradigm, how we see the world through our own lenses, how we look at the problem. A simple example, suppose we are just getting out of the house to go to the office and suddenly it rains. We can say, oh, it's raining, it's a problem, I can't go out. Or we can say, oh, it's raining, or it's cloudy, let me take the umbrella with me. Let's look at what's happening now. COVID-19. We can say, oh, this is a big problem. How can I survive? Or I can say, wow, wait, let me take the precautions. Let me use the mask. Let me use the hand sanitizers. We have to look at the problem from our own lenses. Sometimes the problem which we see could be the opportunities. It says the necessity leads to invention. We have an issue, work on that issue, create the opportunities, take it as a challenge, we improve. That's the rule of life. The way you see the problem is the problem. Number 7, what Napoleon Hill says, the starting point of all the achievement is desire. Keep this constantly in mind. Weak desire brings weak results, just as small fire makes a small amount of heat. Absolutely true. If we give up, we can't get anything. If we have desire, we will get everything. Many movies has said this, and even if you look at the life of many successful people, the most common thing is desire. If you have a desire to get something, if you have a desire to become something in life, you can achieve that. When there is a will, there is a way. And what he rightly said, if you have weak desire, you will get very weak results. So have a strong desire. Small fire will make only small heat. So that's rule number 7. Starting point of all achievements is desire. Keep this constantly in mind. Weak desire brings weak results, just as small fire makes a small amount of heat. Rule 8, inner changes creates outer changes. You cannot change the world. That's what COVID-19 taught us. If everyone take care, break the chain, everything has to start from us. Inner change is most important. If we change ourselves, the world will start changing. If we expect world to change, if we expect others to change, start from yourself. That's the rule number 8. Inner changes create outer changes. Rule 9. Most so-called failures are only temporary defeats. There is nothing called permanent failure in the life. If we take a failure as a failure, we are finished. If we take a failure, do the analysis, find out where we have gone wrong, correct the things, start again, well, we are the winners. And that's what Napoleon Hill says, the most so-called failures are only temporary defeats. There is nothing called permanent failures. That's rule number 9. Rule 10, PC balance. What's it? Everyone knows this story of childhood, a golden egg and goose. Still, let me repeat in short. Once a guy found a goose who used to give one golden egg every day. And he was very happy. He became rich. He was very poor, but he became rich because every day he used to get one golden egg. But then that got him greediness. And he thought, okay, if I kill the goose, tear out the stomach, I will get all the eggs together. And he did exactly same. and he found there was no egg. This story has been given a little twist in Seven Habits. What Stephen Covey says, apply this concept in life. Okay, our story in childhood said, don't be greedy, but here it's a different thing what I'm trying to say. The egg is a production. Every day he used to get one egg. So PC is a production capability or production capacity. So egg was a production and PC is a production capability. The goose had a production capability of producing one egg every day. Apply that further into your own life. What is the golden egg for you? Try to understand this. Let's take an example. We are earning salary or we are earning money every month, either doing business or by doing job. And let's say that what we earn is our production and how much we earn is our production capability. In that case, what is the asset? As in case of golden egg, the asset was goose. So when we say what we earn in a month, the asset is we ourselves. You yourself is asset. Now, if we do not improve the capability over time, today suppose if I am earning 10,000 bucks, after 2 years or after 3 years, if I do not get higher salary or if my earning do not increase, relatively the 10,000 becomes small value because the cost of living goes up. That means I have to increase my capability to earn and I have to earn more and more with the time. If I do not increase my skills, if I do not get proper training, if I do not adopt the new technology, if I do not change myself with the changing world, I am losing my production capability to earn more. And that balance is important. We should always constantly improve our capability. And that is what is P and PC balance. That's rule number 10. Rule 11 is very, very important. Look at this, what Stephen Covey says. Saw a thought, reap an action. Saw an action, reap a habit. Saw a habit, reap a character. Saw a character, reap a destiny. Everyone wants to do something in life. Everyone has a destiny. Everyone thinks something. I should be at this particular place before I retire. But that starts from the thought. We get what we saw. We don't get what we don't saw. You saw mango fruit, you can't expect jackfruit on the mango tree. So if we saw thought, our thought will reap the action. When we saw an action, our action will reap a habit. When we saw a habit, our habit will reap a character. And when we saw a character will reap a destiny. Think on this, very important thing. That's rule number 11. And rule 12 is the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat others the same way you expect them to treat you if you change your positions. Respect every individuals. Whenever you are behaving with someone, whenever you are dealing with someone, just think for a minute, change the roles and just treat the guy in the same way you would have expected him to treat you if you are in the exactly reverse position. And that's the golden rule of Stephen Covey again. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. These are the 12 rules which I thought very important. If you have any comments, you can write to me. Subscribe to my channels. If you like it, Please invite your friends to like my page, to like my channels. Thank you.